Hello everyone. This is an emotional story, so kindly watch till the end and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. The dog was brought to say goodbye to its owner, but its reaction shocked everyone. The hospital room was quiet except for the faint beeping of machines and the soft shuffle of nurses' footsteps outside. Eleanor lay motionless on the bed, her body frail from years of battling illness. Her once vibrant hair was now thin and white, her skin pale and delicate. She had lived a long life, but even she knew her time had come. The doctors had said it was only a matter of hours. Her daughter, Sarah, sat beside the bed, holding her mother's hand, her eyes red from days of sleeplessness. She had always been a strong woman, but this was her breaking point. It was hard to imagine a world without her mother, the woman who had taught her everything from the importance of kindness to the beauty of perseverance. But today, Eleanor was fading away, and there was nothing Sarah could do. But there was one thing left to do. One final request her mother had made in the days leading up to this moment: to bring Max, the family dog, to say goodbye. Max had been Eleanor's constant companion for over a decade. From the moment she had adopted him as a young puppy, Max had been more than just a pet. He had been a friend, a confidant, and in many ways a protector. As Eleanor's health had declined, Max never left her side. He would lie by her feet in the evenings, nuzzle her hand when she was feeling down, and listen with gentle eyes when she spoke about her hopes, fears, and memories. "Mom, it's time," Sarah whispered, wiping a tear from her cheek. She gave a small nod to the nurse who had been quietly waiting. The nurse carefully brought in the dog, who stood in the doorway, hesitant. Max was older now, his once sleek coat dulled by age, his muzzle graying. His large brown eyes scanned the room, searching for the familiar scent of his owner. When he saw Eleanor, lying so still, his tail gave a small, uncertain wag. He slowly padded over to her bedside, his paws soft against the floor. Sarah knelt beside the bed, gently lifting Eleanor's hand to Max's head, as if to encourage him. "It's okay, boy," she whispered. "Go ahead, Max, say goodbye to Grandma." Max sniffed at Eleanor's hand, then at her face. He gently nuzzled her, as if trying to wake her, but the reality of the situation was inescapable. Eleanor wasn't waking up. The room was still heavy with sadness. But then, Max stepped back, his head tilting in confusion. He began pacing around the room, his nails tapping against the floor as he seemed to scan every corner. Sarah watched him, wondering what was going through his mind. Then, Max did something that left everyone speechless. With a soft whine, he jumped onto the bed, not beside Eleanor, but directly over her, lying with his front paws stretched out across her chest. He rested his head on her, as if protecting her. His body trembled slightly as he laid there, as though he understood the gravity of the moment, yet he refused to leave her side. The dog wasn't just there to say goodbye. He was there to stay. Sarah gasped, feeling the overwhelming mix of love and sorrow in the room. It was as if Max was telling them that, even in the face of loss, he wouldn't leave Eleanor. He would remain there, forever loyal even when the human world faded away. The bond between them transcended the physical world. Max wasn't just a dog. He was her guardian, her heart, and now, even in death, he would watch over her. Tears streamed down Sarah's face as she looked at the bond between her mother and the dog. She realized that, though Eleanor may have been leaving this world, she wasn't leaving Max behind. He would carry her spirit with him, just as he had always carried her love. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a soft golden glow into the room, the machines began to beep slower and slower. Eleanor's heart gave one final beat, then stopped. The room was silent, but Max, though he seemed to sense the change, remained still, his head resting on his beloved owner's chest. He gave a low, mournful whimper before curling up beside her, as if to say, "I'll keep you safe always." In the days that followed, Max wouldn't leave the bed. He would lie next to Eleanor's empty form, his eyes vacant but filled with an unmistakable loyalty. He had said his goodbye, but in his heart, He was still waiting for her to come back. The hospital staff, Sarah, and even the family members who visited couldn't understand the depth of the bond between a woman and her dog. But one thing was clear: Max's reaction had shocked everyone. For in that moment, it wasn't just a dog mourning the loss of his owner. It was a soul so deeply connected, it could never truly say goodbye.